What would you do if the same man you protected was the one who destroyed your life? In Chicago, Daniel Brooks was the kind of man people ignored. Quiet, loyal, always fixing problems behind the scenes, the kind of employee every company needs, but no one celebrates. One night while working late, he discovered something he wasn't supposed to see. His boss was secretly moving company money. Not a mistake, not an error, but a pattern. Daniel froze. In that moment, he had a choice: expose it or stay silent. And he chose silence, not because he was weak, but because he believed loyalty still meant something. The next day, his boss called him in, looked him in the eye, and said calmly, "I know what you saw." Daniel's heart dropped, but instead of anger, the boss smiled. "I appreciate your loyalty." And that was the moment everything changed, just not in the way Daniel expected. Weeks later, Daniel started losing everything. His projects reassigned, his ideas stolen, his name slowly erased from the work he built, until one day, in front of everyone, his boss accused him. Fraud, misconduct, lies. And just like that, security walked in. Daniel didn't shout, didn't beg, didn't fight. He just stood there, as the same people he worked with every day watched him like a stranger, like a criminal. In minutes, it was over. His job gone, his name destroyed, his life erased. But the real pain didn't hit until later, when the savings ran out, when the calls stopped, when the silence became louder than the humiliation. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Daniel found himself somewhere he never imagined, sleeping outside, wearing the same clothes for days, begging strangers just to eat. The man who once worked in an office, now invisible on the streets. And the worst part? No one knew, no one cared. One cold morning, as Daniel sat on the sidewalk holding a cardboard sign, a wealthy man stopped in front of him, not with pity, but with a question. "Do you want money?
Or do you want a way out?" Daniel looked up, confused. The man smiled slightly and said something that would change everything. Money comes from value. If you have nothing to offer, you'll always have nothing. Then he walked away. No help, no handout, just truth. And for the first time in months, something shifted inside Daniel. The next day, instead of begging, he borrowed a few coins, bought a small bunch of cheap flowers, and stood on the same street, but this time he wasn't asking, he was offering. One flower for anything you can give. And slowly, something started to grow. Not just money, but dignity. Months later, the stand got bigger. A year later, it wasn't a stand anymore. It was a business, and not just any business, a company, a real one. Offices, employees, respect. The same man who once had nothing now built something from the ground up, quietly, without revenge, without noise. And then, one day, something unexpected happened. A man walked into his office, looking tired, worn, almost unrecognizable. Daniel looked up and froze. It was him, his former boss, the same man who destroyed his life, now standing there asking for help. Bankruptcy, loss, everything gone. For a moment, the room went silent. The past, the pain, the nights on the street, all came rushing back. And the question wasn't about money anymore. It was about choice. Daniel stood up slowly, walked closer, looked him in the eye, and said something simple. "I didn't lose, I learned." Then he turned away. No shouting, no revenge speech, no humiliation, just silence. Because sometimes the loudest revenge is success. The real lesson is this: people may take everything from you, your job, your name, your comfort, but if they don't take your ability to rebuild, they didn't take anything at all. If this story touched you, subscribe for more powerful stories like this. And tell me, if you were Daniel, would you have helped him or walked away?